Hi, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel today. I have on my desk a very worn book cover. That was what was left of the spine, and it practically fell off. It was held on with 2 bits of sellotape. So I've separated them, and I've done this because I'd like to follow Rachel's weekly challenge this week, which is week 20. And she's using scraps of book covers to make scrappy little journals. Well, hers measure similar to this size, so I thought this was perfect. Now, on the inside cover, I love this paper. You can see it's very damaged. It's been damp, but that'll all get covered properly. But I want to keep this because this is an inscription. Somebody has written in there, from MVA, Christmas 1911. Can you believe it? So this was a very old book. The rest of the block is here, and you can see I've been using odd bits and pieces from it. It is really quite damaged, but lovely for collaging, etc. So anyway, that's what I've decided I will use. This piece I'm going to save because I'm going to use it in something, so I'll put that there out of the way. Right, now the decision I have to make is whether to take this off to add on later, and I think I will. Just think how we're doing this. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I will save that piece, and that will go back on once my cover is complete. Whether I need to do a bit of tidying up down here. Just taking off some of the loose pieces. This side wasn't so bad. That wasn't too terrible considering the age. I've had to tidy up on my desk, so stuff's all neatly stacked at the back. Right, just trim that off. Okay, so I need to add a new spine, and I've cut this piece of cardboard. Not sure where it came from, but I had a big sheet of it. So I've cut 1.25 inches width by the length of the spine, length of the book page, or the book cover. And Rachel used gummed tape, so I'm going to try and do the same. Whether I should take that off, I think I will. That's a bit better. Okay, so we need to leave a gap. So my piece of card is 1.25 inches wide. So place that there. Place the book page next to it, leaving a small gap between the two. And because this is an old book, it's a bit warped. So this could be interesting. Now I'm going to use the gum tape, the same as Rachel did. Mine isn't particularly wide. It's under 2 inches. So I might do one side first and then the other. And that way I can be sure of good coverage. Yeah, so let's trim a piece off. And I'm just going to spritz mine with water. And just spread that around, making sure everywhere's wet. Good and wet. Which it is. Sticking to my finger there. Okay. I'm going to start from the wobbly end, which is the bottom. Not so easy with a book that is old and a tad warped. Actually, why don't I do it like this? Let's get one piece on successfully. And that is good and sticky. Excellent. And we'll lay that down and add this piece on here. There we go. Oh, that was an end piece. Okay. All right, never mind. Leave that. Okay. So that's one. Let's do the other side. And I'm going to do the same again. Soak it up. Spread that water around. There we go. Oops. And it's pretty good. Trim across the top. Okay, now we're going to do the same on this side. And on this side, I want to leave this visible. For now, I'll probably cover it eventually, but we'll see. Definitely want to cover down here. down into that gap there. That's good. One to go. How are you today? I hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying some sunshine. Carol, I'm thinking of you with your poor knee. Hope you're taking it easy, giving it a chance to heal. Nothing worse if you've got nice weather and you can't really be outside doing the things you'd like to do because you've got a bad knee. I'm thinking about you. Ooh. I've got now gluey fingers and I can't find a tissue. Okay. All right. So do the same again. Rub that, just smooth it into that crease, into that space in the spine. Spread that over. There we go. And that gives us a nice new spine. Trim these down. Now, I noticed Roxy, or Rachel, sorry, sorted all her papers. I'm not that organised. I haven't done it yet, but I will get my papers ready to add. I think I'm going to put in some book page. I might even add some of my older paper. The stuff that I've been hoarding, stashing, and maybe some digital. I've got a couple of ideas for digitals for this one. Just trim that up. Okay, so there we go. That has, it's a shame, perhaps I should have taken that out. Let's just see if I can trim that back there. Yeah, that should do it. So I'm going to add some fabric to the front. Fabric with some lace, and I was thinking with the lace if I could somehow work that over here so that you can still see the title, the original title of the book. Just tidy some of this up. This was from an old lace collar. Now, Rachel used fabric, and she used upholstery fabric. Well, in one of our moves, I got rid of a lot of my upholstery fabric. I had quite a bit. So I used to make braided rugs from really good quality, you know, heavy upholstery fabric. And it moved with me several times, 2 or 3 times, but in the end it had to go. And now, of course, like always, I could really use it. So never mind. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this inside at the minute. Whether I will add a strip of fabric down there to cover that. I'll think about that one. But for the front cover, I've got a couple of bits here. This fabric that I pulled out once before for that, for my patchwork cover. And I really quite like that. It is only quilting cotton, but I think it could be quite nice. But I've also got some green ticking, and this is quite heavyweight, and this is my kitchen apron is made of this fabric. I thought I could perhaps use some of that. And now I had another little piece. What have I done with it? Oh, here it is. I rather like that one too. It's a bit softer. I don't know whether that might just be wide enough there to cover the length of the book. I'm not sure. Not sure how I'm going to do this, so I'm going to go away for a moment and think about it. I'll be back. Okay, it's not as scrappy as perhaps it should be, but that's where I'm up to so far, and I'm thinking we'll probably sit about there. So I'll see Longfellow, but that's about it. This area here, well, it's supposed to be, you know, a bit worn and tattered, so that's fair enough. I think I will put some book corners on though. I might have to do a bit of tidying up in the corners, especially down here. But I've got 4 book corners out. I've got a lot of sewing to do, so that's my chore for this evening. And that will be quite nice, sit quietly and sew. I'll show you the progress tomorrow, hopefully. Thanks so much for joining me. This is a different kind of video today, but I'm ready for a change. Hi, so I'm back again. It is actually now Wednesday. So what I've done with my little shabby cover is add some corner edges, the metal corners, and I've been working on my stitching. Now mine isn't going to be as you know, free as Rachel's. Mine is, you know, I'm a quilter. Everything has to be sort of square. So I've made a piece like this. And the idea is that eventually that will stick to the spine and come part way through to the front and back cover. Okay. So I've still got a bit more stitching to do. I want to do a bit of slow stitching around here and possibly here, I'm not sure yet. I've got somewhere, here it is, I did a little Suffolk puff to add here, probably. So I'm going to finish that off, and I will probably glue mine to the book cover, because what I plan to do at the front is add, and I've got a piece here somewhere, what have I done with it? Here it is. I'm going to add some more ticking to the spine here, and I'm going to add it over probably a slightly thinner piece of cardboard than this, and this is what my signatures will be sewn to. They'll be sewn to this, and then this whole piece will be glued in at the back. I don't think I'm going to use that thick board. I've got some a little bit thinner than that. But that will go in the back of mine, and then I've got that page to glue on here. This page, I'll probably put something over there, I'm not sure at this stage, or I might just add some washi down here. So that's where I'm up to with the actual cover. Now, Rachel came back and picked papers. So I did, I went through all my papers, what I call my papers, the bits that I've put together, either using inks, like that. There's some of my mark making paper. I'm going to fold some of that to put in. Either using inks and stencils like this one. That's a photocopy of some of my mark making paper. This was painted, and I've also added some ink in. So, you know, some of my jelly plate stuff is here, like this piece. This was from the jelly plate. And I've just stamped, well, not stamped, what am I saying, embossed over the back. So I've got a few pieces like this that I will trim up, ready to go in the book, particularly like that one. That one started out as a jelly print, and then I've just stenciled over the top of it. Same with that one. That's the jelly print. That's more of my mark making paper. This one I particularly like. That was just stenciled. Stenciled. This is a Stampers Anonymous stencil. You actually get the two images, and that's one of the ones we made as part of Rachel's challenge, these little dots. They were the foam stamp challenge, and that's on the back of some of my photocopied mark making paper, as is that, with some stenciling on the back. So I'm going to go through and put some of those together, as well as probably some coffee dyed paper, and get my signatures ready, so when Rachel comes back next week, I should be up to where she is with the book cover covered, and my papers all ready into signatures, ready to go in. Okay, so that's me. I've forgotten what day it is. Is it 90 or 91? Can't remember. I'll add it to the video at the end. Okay, as you can see, I'm going to cover some of this, but never mind, that's fair enough. Thanks so much for calling past. I'll see you back on my everyday journal tomorrow. Thanks, bye.